you think about the construction jobs that are available through IBEW, we want to give the guarantee, the assurance of high quality, cost-effective, and safe electrical installations. I think that's one of the important aspects in dealing with some of the green technologies. You might be dealing with solar panels, and because of the conversion from DC to AC, you're still dealing with high values of voltage. It takes skilled electricians that have the knowledge, the skills, and the abilities to perform this work and to complete these projects. When I mentioned President Obama's plan, we appreciate the work that President Obama has done, the work of his administration, the ability to be able to turn crisis into opportunity, and to use his recovery plan for investment in areas of critical public need is the highlight of leadership. And we are confident, again, that we will be able to fulfill his needs and also work within our own industry to help save the energy according to the plans that he has set forth.
Good. And if you wanted to name one or two of the things at the Emerson building that you wouldn't have been doing 10 years ago.
With the total building automation, be able to walk into a room. Someday you'll be telling your children or grandchildren there used to be a switch on the wall that would operate the lights. With energy-saving devices, that the lights will be able to be energized by the presence through infrared technology. If someone walking into the room, the lights come off. That same technology will be able to save the energy through microprocessors, programmable logic controllers. There's a host of different architectures, protocols that will allow for saving energy in these buildings. The energy requirements today that are placed with some of our new technology will be reduced significantly. And we continue to train our members in those technologies, and we look forward to continuing to move in that direction. Good.
And Mark, what would be for example of something that the Carpenters have been involved in here?
We've been training on this type of technology for some time now. One of the things that we've trained on for years is insulated concrete forms, which is basically a styrofoam form that makes the concrete foundation of the house, and it gives a house a higher R rating, and those are being used. They've been used in many, but Otten Contracting uses them in a Sally Crest subdivision in South County. Sprayed in fiberglass insulation, that's been used for years, and now it's being used more efficiently and more effectively. Sprayed styrofoam, spray foam insulation, that's being used at the Jeff Vanderloo subdivision, which is a Habitat for Humanity. Now those are all LEED certified. That's a completely LEED certified project, and that's at the Platinum standard. So if you want to see a really good example of a LEED certified house, you could go visit those houses down at the Jeff Vanderloo project. So we've been using that type of technology for years. It's just now coming to the forefront and really becoming popular.
And I know when I think of Carpenters, I think of new construction. Are there elements of this sort of building retrofitting that you all are doing that on existing structures? I think before the first break you were talking about this idea of having a clearer certification for weatherization workers. Is that are you really getting into that?
Weatherization now, when you think about weatherization, you think about caulking and weather stripping and those type of things. But all those products have to be installed to a certain degree of accuracy for them to be sustainable and be long-lasting. So, we're partnering with several different agencies. We partner with the Urban League for training, and you're going to see more of these partnerships come about because that's the way that we can access and tap into these stimulus funds through the community colleges, through social programs like with the Urban League. So we're partnering with them to inspire this training and bring this out to the general public. So this weatherization training is one thing that we're trying to accomplish through those programs.
Good. Now, Steve, one thing you said before the break that I thought was an aha for me was how looking at water quality in the whole water infrastructure here is an area that needs to be dealt with environmentally, but would also be a huge number of jobs if we addressed that problem and did it right.
John, you got that right. I think we killed two birds with one stone there. The idea that we protect the environment. If Mark had mentioned retrofitting buildings, and you mentioned new construction. As part of retrofitting and or new construction, we have to think about the site development. And for example, the Missouri Botanical Gardens, I was just at a meeting there called Economics, Ecology and Economics meet. We had our annual conference there just this past week. And they're retrofitting the parking lot with pervious pavers. Pervious pavers meaning that the water drains through rather than off the site, creating flooding conditions, downstream somewhere, and passing that pollution on. So the development of rain gardens with new construction, pervious pavers, which is, in terms of the construction industry, somebody's got to build those pavers. And actually, they're a little more expensive than asphalt. Over the long term, they work more. And then this week, and I know this is time sensitive, but I'll just say in the near future, a meeting with the Clean Cities folks, St. Louis Clean Cities Organization, on an energy project. We'll be citing possible solar arrays for plug-in hybrids, so that if you don't need to go to a regular service station, but you want to go to a service station that provides electricity to recharge your battery, we're looking at sites and ways to sort of meet the demands of the new automobile industry that we think is coming to the fore. That's already here, really. But we need the infrastructure, to supply that kind of fuel.
So there's a lot of construction jobs in that infrastructure, whether it's building new plug-in gas stations or water or what have you.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think
plenty of work to be done.
Yeah, and I know in my neighborhood in St. Louis County, there's a nice creek that runs by my house, but my kids can't play in the creek because it has sewage overflow when there's high water, because the sewage system is so antiquated in St. Louis, and it's...
Well, like I said, John, we have to break some of those old habits, realizing that to do things right, it creates new jobs, and an integral part of development would be to protect that water source, but also build the kind of green infrastructure that enables you to do that. And so those are all job-creating opportunities.
Great. We're coming to the end of our show, and thanks for being with us, Mark Fuchs with the St. Louis Carpenters District Council. Thanks for being with us, Steve Nagle. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Laborvision. Remember, you can email us at laborvision@gmail.com with your comments. And on behalf of the whole Laborvision crew, good night and good luck.
American Federation of Teachers Local.